Runway Act 2 tutorial and review. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can get started with Runway Act 2. Now, Runway Act 2 is one of their most recent upgrades and it's truly something that you need to be on the lookout for. If you're looking to build animated characters and to add your own flair to your AI generated content, Act 2 has all the tools that you need. So to get started with Act 2, simply head on over to Runway and log on to your Runway account. Now for this, first off, you need to sign up for Runway and then you are going to click on upgrade. You do need to upgrade on Runway to be able to proceed. So you can proceed with either yearly billing or monthly billing. You do save 20% and then just click on get started. Once you do that, you can proceed on over here and we will be discussing pricing in a bit more detail later on. So we're just going to proceed with our name and then we're going to enter the address like so. And then after that, I'm just going to agree to their terms of service and then click on subscribe to proceed with my subscription on Runway AI. So I'm just going to wait a few seconds for this to be completed and then I can move forward. Now, this is the best part about using Runway is that it is truly an innovative AI tool. It has a lot of updates that you're going to find. So to get started with Act 3, we're going to click on Start Session on the left. Once you click on Start Session, you will see Act 2. So in this, when you click on all the models, you're going to proceed with the Gen 4 or Gen 4 Turbo model. So either go for Gen 4 or Gen 4 Turbo model. Now the 4 Turbo is faster and more efficient, whereas the direct Gen 4 model is more consistent and controllable. Now, once you do select your video model, you have your text prompt and then you have Act 2. Now, Act 2 is really nice because you can use voice, gestures, and facial expressions up to 30 seconds, and then you're able to use them in a character. For example, I want to express happiness in a very specific way with a very specific gesture that might be unique to my character, and it's really difficult to have some unique gestures be repeated by an AI character. So I can proceed with creating a video, so I can just record that gesture myself, and then after that I am able to have that be replicated. You can see you do have the ability to drag and drop any recorded files that you have, so you can go on ahead and upload any of your old files and you can have those be replicated. I'm going to open up one of these videos that I have created where it is a woman talking into a camera and it looks like it is a vlog. So I'm just going to upload that. Keep in mind it cannot be longer than 30 seconds and it should be a video where you're wanting those actions, emotions, dialogue to be repeated by your character. So you can upload that. You can also record it yourself. Personally, for my personal use, I recommend recording as you go because you're able to really get those direct shots of you and you're able to create some really interesting videos with that. You guys can see it is currently detecting the face and this can take up to 30 seconds. This is the Act 2 video that I want to replicate. So the woman is pulling the hair and she is recording, she's moving around the camera, she's smiling, and she's constantly like playing with her hair. And this is what I want to replicate like so. Now what I can do is I can go into character and then we can view some of the examples that they have as well. We can use some of their character examples. Or you can click on select asset and use one of your own images that you have created. If you want, you can also upload your own images as well. So I'm just going to go on ahead and we're going to drag and drop one of our own characters. Now for this, I want to add this woman instead. So I have an image of an AI generated character that I have previously made and I want this to be replicated by her. So this is the character that they are going to detect the face. Once you do that, you guys can see we have the first video of our Act 2 and then we have the character video or the character image. Now you can even use a character video and you have settings. So within the settings, you can add or adjust the facial expressiveness. You can use motion and gestures from driving performance And below that, you have your aspect ratio. You can lock your aspect ratio as well as reset these general settings. Now, from here, I want to proceed and I might want to trim the video. So if you want, you can also alter the video. Keep in mind that it is going to be the same length as your driving video. So this is my driving video. If it's 23 seconds, my video is going to be 23 seconds as well. If I speed this up, again, this is a around 23 second video. So it's going to be just as long. Now I'm going to adjust the playback speed back to normal, and then we're going to click on generate. And once we do that, we are able to proceed with our video generation. Now, your video is rendering in credits mode to untitled session, and you do need to wait a bit because this can take a little bit of time. So do leave that be and you can proceed with creating other things. You are going to get notifications when your generations are completed. So you can click on enable to be notified, and you can click on see full prompt over here to see your full video. Now, you might think, hey, Runway Act 2 must be super expensive, but it is actually not as expensive as a lot of people think. When you take a look at Runway's pricing, even on their monthly plans, it starts at $15 and goes up to $95. You can save 20% with yearly billing. Now, with the standard plan, it is $15 per user per month. This includes generative video, Gen 4, Act 2, which is performance capture, credit refresh, removal of all watermarks, upscaling resolutions, 100 gigabytes of asset storage, as well as unlimited video editor projects. Then you have Runway Pro, which is $35, where everything is included from the standard plan, but you can even create your own custom voices for lip syncing and text-to-speech with 500 gigabytes of asset storage. Then you have the unlimited plan at $95 per user per month, where it has everything in the Pro, and you have unlimited generations of Turbo 4, Gen 4, Alpha 3, as well as Act 1 in Explore mode at a relaxed rate. So if you do want priority, then you do have to use up your credits. Keep in mind you can add max of 10 users on the Pro and unlimited plans, whereas on the standard plan, a maximum of 5 users can be present in a singular workspace. And that is how you can get started with Runway's Act 2. Runway Act 2 is truly unique, and while it builds your videos, you can get started with other content, with other projects. You guys can see currently it's 14% completed, and I can go back and view some of my projects as well. And you guys can see that, again, we have previously created some content with Runway as well. Now going back into our dashboard, if we want to view, the assets, this is our video project. So it's currently an ongoing project and it's going to be under untitled. So you do have to wait a bit for you to be able to view the final finished result or the finished product. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in a few seconds. So our finished video has been created, and this is what our video looks like. You guys can see that the woman in our original picture was holding makeup brush or makeup item, and she is now applying the makeup in the same way that the other woman was moving around with the camera and then moving the hair from her face. And you guys can see how accurately it has replicated the same movement. Again, this is a far complicated video, so for simpler actions and simpler movements, you will find a more crisper result. For this, again, the hand is a bit warped, but that is something that we would have to work around with and find a bit of a smaller clip that we could use to build these videos. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.